What's going on, everybody? So a couple weeks ago I spray painted my Lone Wolf climbing stick, and I'm going to show you guys how I did that here on James's Hawk Helium sticks. So what I'm going to be using first is the Rustoleum Primer. It's a self-etching primer, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to prime these up a second. When you're doing this, obviously you want to be about, I think they say 6 to 10 inches away from the items that you're spray painting, and you just want to do slow, clean sweeps whenever you're doing it. Nice long strokes. Make sure to get every piece. Believe it or not, this is going to be your base layer of the camouflage that you choose. All right, so after the first coat's done, it's optional to do the second coat after, I think it's about 15 minutes you can do it. You can apply a top coat, I believe, after 30 minutes. So we're going to wait 30 minutes, let this primer coat dry, and then I'm going to show you how I kind of textured mine to make it look more like a tree trunk. All right, so now we got the tree steps kind of laid out. They're dry. They've got their primer coat on, and now we're ready to start putting on the camouflage layer. But what we're going to be doing really is putting 3 distinct stripes, and that's going to start breaking up the silhouette and the pattern of the tree steps. I'm just going to go ahead and start at the top, one coming across here, maybe at a little diagonal, another one here, and another one coming across here. So you're just going in a big line. I'm gonna do the second one about right here, and the third one about right there. I'm just gonna thicken up these lines a little bit more. If you wanna do a dot in between these just to break it up a little more, that's fine. All right, so now that you've got a little bit of brown in there, now it's time to add your other texturing layers on top. You don't really have to wait too much for this to dry, because really you're just blending it in on top of there. You can use a plastic bag, you can use a Frisbee, you can use a piece of cardboard, I don't care what you use. But all you're gonna be doing is you're gonna take your next color and you're gonna be spraying it in here to puddle it up. I'm gonna be using a rag that I've folded up to give me these ruffles right here. And that's what I'm going to be using then to dip and then texture. Give the can a good shake, and we're going to puddle this up a little. There we go. All right, so I'm going to use these ruffled texture here. Just go ahead and dip it in. See how it's on there? And you're just going to go. So by adding light and dark textures and colors together is going to give you that contrasting effect that you want, that camo patterns really strive for, to help break up the pattern of the item that they're camouflaging. So if you read through the blog article that I've got on our website, it'll give you certain items and aspects that you want to start looking for and start camouflaging better. One of which are man-made 90-degree angles. And that is how you camouflage. So like I said, if you want to learn more how to do a little bit of DIY camouflage and some of the aspects that go into camouflage patterns, go ahead and head over to our website at bogahunting.com. Check out the blog article about DIY hunting, and it's going to give you some great information. So go ahead and check it out. Thanks, guys.